So as promised, today I'm going to show you how to make these lovely felt angels or felt fairies, whatever you want to call them, but they are very nice. I suppose growing up listening to the story of the Nativity, the idea of the angel appearing to the shepherds always brought a real sense of mysticism or something. It was always exciting when I'd go out farming with my dad than expecting to see an angel or something. So what we need to make the fairies is fleece. It's basically fleece from a sheep that has been treated because naturally the wool off a sheep has lanolin in it, this oil that makes it weatherproof and makes it strong and stuff. So you need to take that among a lot of other undesirable things out of it as well. And you can get lots of different types of fleece. They all have their advantages and disadvantages and uses. So the real luxurious one is merino wool, and this is what I'm using today, and I got it in Vibes and Scribes in Cork, and they also have an online shop as well, so you can get it there. Now this fleece is usually used for felting, for dry felting or for wet felting, and in the new year I'll be explaining all those things because I'm going to be a little bit mercenary here. I'll probably rip out the angels and use them to show you, but you can buy more if you get very attached to the angels you make. I know people do that. I'm sorry, as I say, I can be a little bit mercenary about things, but it's going to be the easiest way to use the fleece today. So we have the merino wool here. Now, the thing about fleece is that it's all about the fibres. You need to open out the fibres no matter what you're doing with fleece. I could very easily try and make the angel just like this, but you really do, it's again like all artistic pursuits, like all life pursuits, it does take time. Now again, cutting really isn't the answer because you're cutting the fibres across. You need to pull the fibres, and again, if you hold your fingers too close, it's much harder. So you just need to keep your hands a little bit apart. So what I do now is you just pull it kind of just in strips and thin it out as much as possible. Anything you do with fleece, the thinner it is, the more spidery, cobwebby it is, the better. With fleece, you throw absolutely nothing away. You use every bit of it, because when we come back to the dry and wet felting, you'll see how we'll use every part of it. If you wanted to add a little bit of colour, I have a nice pale pink, because what I did was I got a packet of white merino wool and I got a packet of different coloured, you can get pinks or blues or multicoloured inside in Marks and or Vibes and Scribes. You can decide, like, I mean, I made this angel of totally pink wool, and she does look great. I mean, she does look like she's got a blood pressure problem, but she does look nice. But I suppose white is quite nice. So we have kind of a sausage shape here now, all nicely pulled out. Straight away, we're going to put on the hair. So I'm going to use the dark pink. And again, you can get very different colours. You can be as funky as you like. You don't have to be anyway traditional. What I'm going to do is find the middle. Just about there. You can see the two ends. But you don't have to be scientific and measuring and stuff. And I'm going to tie the hair right across. So you have now basically a Captain Caveman going on. And as well, in Vibes and Scribes, I bought these little polystyrene balls because now I've seen a lot of people use knotting to get the head and stuff, but you'd want a little bit of experience with that. So to be sure, we're going to use this. And I have a piece of white embroidery thread. So what I'm going to do is affix the ball just below the hair, just like that, and just wrap the fleece nicely around it. So you have that ball shape, and then you tie on. And again, as I was saying, you're just assured of a nice round head. You're not fiddling or faux-pawing. Keep it nice and tight. Knot it a few times. And then the last knot, you just hook the two pieces together and put another little knot at the end of those two. and you have a way of hanging your angel. So now the body is like this, and what you can do then is start teasing it a little bit, bringing it into one. There's any extra bits, you just, and again, you don't throw any of this away, you keep it for the next project, and you just twiddle at the end. Twiddle, twirl, twiddle. And the hair on top, because the hair is knotted on now, you can tease that out a little bit. You can give her long hair. I know this looks like Krusty the Clown now at the moment. Can you see there, you're getting the little shape now. If you want to give her more hair, is because you've that knotted on, if you get 2 pieces from either side of the knot and knot that on. Now, there was me saying you shouldn't cut it, but if you want, see that one, I just cut it a little bit to make more of a shape. What you need now is the arms. So we have that little twirly shape. So what I do is pull out just a little strand from here and another one around the same size if you can. Take off the extra length, twirl them separately, and then just twirl the 2 ends together. Now you can leave it at that, or you can go a little bit further. I'm going to use some of the light pink, and again just a nice even strand, and lifting up the hair. Okay, now with this knot, you don't want to be too hard because it'll just fall apart. And you see, you can just even rub that into the body, so it is better to use the same type. And there she is. Now you can twiddle around, work more, get different shapes, maybe have them shorter, have them longer. So I got these leaves as well in Vibes and Scribes. And I was thinking, what I did was just very lightly pick up a piece of fleece from the back and just insert one of these leaves, and you put the other one in as well. And again, as I say, really don't want to use glue on any of this fleece, as I'm going to use it later on another project. But there you go, you can see her wings. Now this is just another little trick I'm trying out here. I have a body made out and I've tied on the hair. I'm going to use a smaller one this time because you can get a smaller packet in Vibes and Scribes as well. Might try one of those. And before I tie the embroidery thread around to secure the head, I'm just going to see how this works. Whereas I get, again, some very light pieces and double them, like they're halfway on the string, double them over. This is real life now because I've never tried this before. So nobody in the whole wide world might see this when it's finished. Put that in there. And you tie. I think you'll be able to see this. I think this will not be deleted. And just give it another knot just to make sure. You can give her a little cloak. So there's a go again. There's an angel with a little cloak coat. And you can see the head as well. One of the most wonderful things of living where I do in the countryside is that you're always close to nature. You see nature exactly how the ancients saw it. Trees haven't changed, the stones haven't changed. So it's a really good connection. And that's why the next decorations I'm going to make are going to be inspired and made from the pine cones and the needles that are around and any other bric-a-brac. Because that is the true essence of Christmas decoration, is bringing in the green to celebrate the new sun, the solstice.